Well, hello there and welcome to Istanbul for the CEV Champions League Final Four weekend. It's time to see Scandicci in their first ever Champions League final take on Imoco Conegliano for gold, looking for a third victory in this competition. Welcome wherever you're watching from. Louis Let with you in the commentary box for this one. Imoco have been almost unbeatable all season, but Scandicci haven't lost a set in this Champions League campaign, and they are here with nothing to lose for the very, very first time. We have a very exciting evening coming our way.
Tell me, how are your emotions before the Champions League final, the biggest game of all in this season for Scandicci?
We're really excited. Imoco is a great team, and I think we are as well. And we all just want to go out there and give our best fight and see what happens.
You know them very well. How do you think this game will be?
Yeah, we do know them. We've actually haven't played them as much as Milano has, but no, they're a really good, sound team, and we just have to play together and do what we know best. And yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
American outside. Cara Rajema absolutely into something on her phone on this picture, but she was instrumental yesterday in that win against Vakifbank, and she has reached the gold medal match for the third successive season. She won with Vakifbank in 2023 and lost with Milano last season, but it's a first Champions League final for the Brazilian middle in your picture. Ana Carol, again, another one that's a leader on the court, but fantastic yesterday as well. Scandicci, just because their club is going to a place they've never been before, doesn't mean the likes of Katerina Antropova hasn't played in the big games. Britt Herbott's playing in her first Champions League final alongside Antropova this evening. For Imoco, well, there's a fair amount of experience. They beat Milano 3-2 last year in this competition. The likes of Anna Volosh, Isabel Hack, two of the players that have stuck with Imoco, and they've added quality. There is Roche, one of the quality players they have brought in is Zhu Ting in your picture, 2016 Olympic gold medalist. But on the bench they have depth, and Marina Lubian there just walking in, came off the bench yesterday, but she's an Olympic gold medalist. Christina Kirikella, somebody who should start again this evening in the middle, not short of big game experience either. They're an all-star team. Isabel Hack will play on the right side, and there is Gabi, the Brazilian international, formerly of Vakifbank.
What are the emotions before this match, and how this match will be against Scandicci, an opponent you know very well?
It's a final, so for sure the emotions are really, really good. We are with the right nervous for me, but happy to play this final in Istanbul against one team that we know very well. We play against them so many times in Italy. We know that yesterday they played so good, and they have the 1 month to prepare this Final Four in the best way. We respect a lot of them. They are full of incredible player, amazing player. We know that we have to do one really amazing job, maybe better of yesterday in some moments. And I hope that my team could express our best volleyball.
Looking for his team to express his best volleyball, Daniele Santarelli, and rightfully so. We have a look in the Imoco locker room. No shortage of absolute class in there, but as Santarelli said, they're going to have to produce their best volleyball, sometimes even better than yesterday. If there was one thing, maybe it was the pass that they let slip at times, Imoco, but in other areas they're so good out of system. Zhu Ting on the outside, didn't play the full game yesterday. 53% attacking efficiency, under 30% in the pass, and that's maybe one way that Britt Herbott's and her team from Scandicci can hurt Imoco this evening. Here was the toss earlier on. Anna Volosh, the captain of Imoco, somebody who's won VNL medals, but this is a 6th final for Volosh, and she's looking for a 3rd gold to go alongside 3 silvers. Well, yesterday was another battle, but it was Imoco that took their 16th consecutive victory over Milano. Milano have had to wait a long time now, well over a year, to beat Imoco, but Imoco have only lost one match this entire season. They won 26 in a row. Domestically, they lost one game of the playoffs in the semi-finals to Navarra. Apart from that, it's perfect. They've only dropped 2 sets in the Champions League this season, but at the same time, Scandicci haven't even been bruised once. They haven't lost a set, Scandicci, and that surely will hold them in good stead coming into this game. Confident, but not too confident. Bayema was so good, and on the outside yesterday, we haven't even spoken about Maja Ognjenovic, who was absolutely sensational. She scored 4 points on the second touch attacks, 2 aces as well. She's never won the Champions League. She's come runner-up twice, and no shock that Juting fans are in again. A real powerhouse, and on the outside, you feel that that's where the game could be won and lost this evening. Herbots and Bayema have to be as good on the outside, if not better than they were yesterday with their passing and their attacking work, because on the other side of the net, well, you have Juting and Gabi Guimarães as well. Bronze went to Milano. Who will take gold here from Istanbul? We don't know, but we can't wait to find out. Louis Lett with you in the commentary box for this one. It's an absolute privilege to be here again, and I tell you what, considering there's no Vakitbank Istanbul in the final, there's still lots of people here watching right up into the top of the 3rd tier. We're just over 20 minutes away from the first serve here. Well, the last time Scandicci beat Imoco was a 3-2 win in a 23-24 playoff of the Italian League. Imoco won the title that year, though, and they won 3-1, so they've had to wait a long time. Scandicci having lost both of the league matches this year. It's Imoco versus Scandicci for the Champions League. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Swedish sensation on the right side. It's well hacked, but there's somebody who might just be challenging her for the best opposite in this competition on the other side, and that is Ekaterina Antropova. Kotikova, another opposite that we haven't seen that much of this weekend. But let's have a look at Imoco, Gabi, Juting, 2 that we have to keep an eye on. Martina Lukacic does come off the bench to help with the pass. Lubian, Kiri Keller and Farr. You don't get much better in the middle than having 3 options of that level. Isabel Hack playing as the opposite, the Swedish sensation, looking for another Champions League victory. She played in last year's final, as did Joanna Volosh, but Monica Di Gennaro has played over 500 times for Imoco, and she is superb. She had another great game yesterday, bringing a real big level of control. She's a 2-time Champions League winner. As we have a look at Marco Gaspari, he lost in the final with Milan last year before moving across and his side looking for their first Champions League win. Herbots and Bayema should start on the outside again. They were tremendous yesterday against Vakitbank. Well, the middles, Nawakalor and De Silva started. Glaziani came off the bench, and she has had 3 starts in the Champions League this year. Antropova will start on the opposite, no doubt about it, this evening. And Maja Ognjenovic and Brenda Castillo, the engine room of this Scandicci side. Great performance from both of them yesterday. Not many serves went the way of Castillo. I think everybody knows to stay clear of somebody that's passed at 75%, 78% in terms of positive receptions. Castillo, part of the Baku side that took 2nd in 2013. There is Isabel Hack MVP last season in the Champions League. She's helping move the sport forward in Sweden as well, but she's up against an Olympic gold medalist. Yes, didn't play so much in the final because of Paola Ogono, but Antropova is a weapon in this game, and that matchup will be key. But also, Antropova has the ability to really cause some issues for Gabby, and for shooting on that right side. And from a blocking perspective, it might just be a little bit tougher for Volos, knowing that Antropova is blocking her left siders at the height that she stands at, 2 meters, 2 centimeters. Joanna Volos, so established now in the world of volleyball. Part of 7 of the 8 Imoco League wins, won both Champions League. But Maja Ognjenović, is this her evening? This is her dream. She's won world championships. She was sublime yesterday. She didn't think she'd have another chance at the big time, but here she is. 8 titles overall, no Champions League title, a world championship. She's got that. 2-time European champion. Christina Kirikella wasn't part of the Paris side for Italy. She would be in most national team rosters, that's for sure. Only made 3 points yesterday from 3 blocks. Didn't score in her 6 sets that she was delivered. Kirikella against Carol is one of our battles. 3 titles. It's her first year in Italy for Anna Carroll, the double Olympic medalist for Brazil, the best blocker just about everywhere she's been. And tonight, this is maybe one of her biggest tasks. For Lukasic, started on the bench yesterday, but did come off the bench to replace shooting at times and looked comfortable enough. She's a 4-time Polish champ, will be in Galatasaray next year under 3-time Champions League winning coach Massimo Barbolini. Rajima, 3rd final in a row. Up against Gabby this evening. Frightening contest. Gabby shining light wherever she goes. Gabby. But she is all business this evening, and you expect nothing else for Gabby Gomares. She's a 2-time Champions League winner, 2 Club World Championships, former for Kifbank for 5 years, and this is her chance at a 3rd gold medal in the Champions League, and a 4th medal overall. As we said, this is a 3rd straight final. Santarelli, Gaspari, 2 titles for Santarelli, none for Gaspari, looking for revenge after last year. Santarelli is the 2nd coach to have reached the Champions League final at least 5 times. Only Giovanni Guidetti has reached more. And for Gaspari, he's joined Barbolini and Cabrera as coaches to have reached the Champions League final with multiple clubs. Gaspari is the first coach to reach the gold medal match of the Champions League in successive seasons with 2 different clubs. Months of competition has come down to this. 3 Italian teams will be on the podium here in Istanbul, but in which order? Scandicci finished 3rd in the league. They're guaranteed a 2nd here already, but will they upset the almost invincible Imoco, and will they be able to stop Isabel Hack on the right side? 244 points coming into this weekend for Hack, 27 points her best. She had 20 yesterday. Rezov at home was at 27, but 20 yesterday, 19 from 47 sets for Isabel Hack. Marina Lubian getting ready, an Olympic gold medalist, and you have to say a sensational athlete that deserves, in my eyes, to be out there from the start this evening. But with Sarah Lafar and Kiri Keller in there, the depth of this Imoco team is unbelievable. Hack, still just 26 years of age and enjoying every minute of this incredible career. And why not? Kalia Lanier next to her dancing, second final for her. Kiri Keller, certainly one to watch in that three middles are all the real deals. First season after 10 years at Navarra. Brett Herbert's superb yesterday, her best performance of the season in the Champions League, 12 points on the outside. She's the CEV Cup winner, Challenge Cup as well, but will she do the business this evening and lead her team to gold? Brenda Castillo, we've spoken about her already. She will have to be on top form, but she always is. First season under Gaspari. Barbolini was with Scandicci last year, and so was Antropova. She was in this Scandicci side, an Italian international, a big part of that team. She will need a huge evening tonight. She's been at Scandicci since 2021. Well, it's a sensational spectacle. The CEV Champions League final between Imoco, Conegliano and Scandicci. Well, it's the fifth all-Italian CEV Champions League final. And it's time to meet our teams. Well, Joanna Volosh, the first to be announced for Imoco, who have reached the gold medal match of the CEV Champions League for the sixth time. The Polish international, best setter of the Champions League last year, will be looking to win that title again alongside a third gold here. Monica Di Gennaro, one of the best liberos to ever do it. She's played over 500 times for this Imoco side, and this team would never be the same without her. She's won all league titles with Imoco. And Gabby looking to win her first Champions League in Imoco colours, the former Vakif Bank and Brazilian international. Alongside her playing on the outside, you would think would be Zhu Ting from China, who's won the Champions League herself with Vakif Bank in Istanbul twice before. She is sensational on the wing. The second setter for this team behind Volosh, Namami Seki from Japan, a two-time best setter in the V-League. First Champions League final for the Japanese setter this evening. Katja Heckel coming out as a second libero this evening. Second Champions League final for her. Lubian looking to go back-to-back golds, part of this team. It's been some year for her, winning the Olympics in between. Hack, the Swedish opposite, looking for her third gold this evening in what is her fourth final of a CEV Champions League campaign. Merit Ajigui off the bench yesterday, just 18 years of age, but incredibly high. There is the American Talia Lanier. Didn't play yesterday, just the one appearance this year in the Champions League. One of the remainers from the winning team last year as well. Off the bench yesterday was Martina Lukasic, four-time Polish champ and 4 cup as well. This is the first Champions League final for her here in Istanbul. Christina Kiri-Keller looking for a second gold in the Champions League. Sarah Farr, another Olympic gold medalist, will be playing in the middle. You would think the 23-year-old would start again with Kiri-Keller. Won both golds with Imoco and 1 silver already. Anna Bardado has played 4 appearances as a libero, but yesterday came off the bench as a service and defensive specialist. She's still only 19 years of age and was the best libero in the European Championships in 2024. Well, for Scandicci, they are the first club to reach the final without dropping a set, and they are looking to become the first team ever to win this competition without dropping a set. Britt Herberts, the Belgium international, leading the way. Superb yesterday, the best server in the Challenge Cup in 2022. But her all-round game was absolutely brilliant yesterday. Castillo won her first medal in 2013 with Baku, alongside Malzo Alice and the dancer, Italian coach Manuela Ribecci, the second libero for Scandicci. Lindsay Woodins didn't play yesterday. She's been mostly on the bench this season for Scandicci, the American outsider, who's the best outside in the Bundesliga a couple of years ago. Anna Kotikova, a CEV Cup winner in 2017 with Dynamo Kazan. The 25-year-old has played 7 times from the bench in this Champions League campaign. Julia Mancini, another one not used yesterday. Will she get on today? Maya Ognjenovic, somebody that we have to keep an eye on. 3rd final, 2nd season at Scandicci, her 13th club. She's never won this competition, and she was fire yesterday. Clara Bergerac, a Washington Husky, a 3rd final. She will receive her 3rd medal. Will it be 2 golds and 1 silver, or 1 gold and 2 silver for her in Champions League history? Emma Graziani, 3 starts, 3 times off the bench, signed from Firenze. This is her first Champions League final. And she is a best middle blocker at the European Under-21 Championships. Linda Nowakalo got the nod yesterday. That was her 4th start of the season. Unsure whether the coach was going to go with Nowakalo or Graziani. Nowakalo certainly repaid the faith of Gaspari. Anna Carolina da Silva will certainly start, the 2-time Olympic medalist who played in Turkey with Belediyespor 7 years ago. First Champions League final for her, and the first Champions League final for Ekaterina Antropova, best scorer and server in Serie A this year. That's 2 years running, an MVP in the CEV Cup and an MVP in the Challenge Cup as well. Camilla Mingardi, 27 years of age, just the 1 bronze in 2021 with Arzizio, a team that included Jordan Poulter. She'll at least repeat that here this evening. And Argentina, formerly of Arizona State, 23 years of age, hasn't made an appearance in the Champions League this season. Well, here we go. Fasten up the seatbelts. It's the CEV Champions League final. And it's time to hear the anthem for the very last time in the women's competition before it moves on to Woods for the men's. Imoco, the favourites on paper, but paper counts for absolutely nothing on the big occasion. We know that Scandicci come here with nothing to lose and everything to gain. They have already ticked off their goals this season with being in the Final Four for the very first time and then defeating the best team in Champions League history on the women's side of things for Kifbank and making the final. Imoco, well, as Santarelli said, are in the perfect state of confidence at the moment. Sonia Smanovska and Paul Kalin-Sazwo, Alexei, the two referees, who will be in charge of this one. An honour for them and a reward for all of their hard work throughout their careers as well. Well, the starting six, Volosh and Herbots, the two captains. Gabi will start on the outside, Nawakalor in the middle. Sarah Farr starts in the middle, Antropova on the opposite. Bayema on the outside, Hack on the opposite. And Xu Ting and Anna Carolina da Silva both start as well. Kiri Keller, Ognjenovic, it doesn't look like there's any changes from yesterday. Antropova, Ognjenovic, Nawakalor, all starting, no surprises. Gabi, Xu Ting, world-class, Hack, Volosh, world-class, Kiri Keller, and Farr, world-class. It's some team, it's the Harlem Globetrotters of Italian volleyball at the moment, with Monica Di Gennaro, an incredible character, patrolling the back row. They are strong, and even when they're not at their best, they are still better than most. If one doesn't fire, the other 4 or 5 certainly will. Kiri Keller gets the start in front of Lubian. Scandicci. Herbots yesterday 12 points and a very good passing game as well. Ognjenovic looking for that first title. Barjima looks cool, calm and collected. She's played in 2 of these before and she's just growing. Yesterday was a fabulous performance. Nawakalor with a couple of points yesterday. They'll try and get her in the game offensively, as they will with Anna Carroll. Antropova starts in the opposite position. And her and Ognjenovic will be so key, but for me that pass from Castillo and the outsides, how they run this game will be key. Barjima and Herbots have to get after this game on the outside, and the pass has to be good. Xu Ting struggling a little bit with the pass yesterday early on, and that could be a huge difference. Six-time Champions League finalist Joanna Volosh will get us underway here in the CEV Champions League final. And it's Scandicci with the error, the serve straight down the line. Difficult start for Scandicci, but it doesn't matter. They're going to get another crack at it. Volosh again going after Barjima. That straight line serve where she has to change the angle to get the ball to 2.5. Volosh goes to Hack, there's 2 up, and that is a good start. And maybe another way that Scandicci can get at Imoco Conegliano psychologically is through Hack. If they can silence her early, big block into the angle, and rightfully so. We keep saying, difficult to access the line on the right side always. Xu is the target early on, and there's no surprise there. Tip to the line is nice, and maybe a little bit shaky in the platform for Xu Ting. Hack comes in on the angle, knows where the block is, and they're going to be stacking in there, Barjima and Anna Carroll, but she can tip it back, and Wakalor's on the defense, and that means that she's replaced now by Castillo, who's in there to really patrol the defense this evening. High over the angle block. It's an angle block again on Hack, out to the outside. Barjima finds a way through. Free ball is incoming from Di Gennaro. This is a big start to this game. And it's Herbots through the pipe that gets spotted by Sarah Farr, who just blocks 5 and the off-body swing from the Belgian. Scandicci is certainly there at the moment. Navrini said that his team yesterday, Milano, were looking for consistency. And you'd imagine that Aspari is looking for exactly the same thing here this evening. They've had 3 weeks to prepare, but there's another block. Oh my word. Bar's got across with Hack. And that is dangerous. They're incredibly high. Herbert's a target, it's on the money. Maya goes to the outside quickly, but just a quick little step laterally. Hands close out the seam. Belgium has been stopped already. Antropova's going to get the next one. Great dig, Sattarelli. Antropova, again, left a little bit of line, just goes off the top of Yu Ting's hands. Was a big part of the Italian team, Eurovolley 2023. Velasco comes in and goes back with a gun. It'll be interesting to see what happens this summer. Antropova's a great server. She's one of the best server in many tournaments, and that's another way that they could make some points. Antropova on the 10. There must be a touch on the way through. Di Gennaro says, yes, that just brushed my arm. Antropova is taking this game by the scruff of the neck already. Inside 10. And it's a great play with the slide attack going behind to open up that angle that we saw from Antropova. And it is Antropova again. It's a rocket. Gabby on the money. Castillo just absorbs it all. What a start to this game. Antropova is blocked. Farah is everywhere. She's left, she's right, she's quick in the middle. Yu Ting tooled off last time. No tooling this time. Just seals that line beautifully. She's coming in straight. Just lines up on that shoulder, the right shoulder of Antropova. Very difficult when that first pass is off the net for Antropova to hit angles on that right side. The middle's back in. Imoco Conegliano are doing what they always do. And that's weathering every storm that comes their way. And you know that Scandicci are going to go hard at them for times, but their consistent and persistent level is unreal. Ooh. It's a bit of a low serve from Far, but Antropova, bullet. This time the line is a little bit open. Antropova's there in the eyes. We didn't really see from the Kifbank yesterday, and it was on the outside that there wasn't many errors made from 7 hitting errors in that whole match from Scandicci, 15 from the Kifbank. Yu Ting goes with the tip. Smart play. Antropova's big. And that short tip is going to be a problem for her. At over 2 meters tall. First kill for Yu Ting. We've seen a block from her. He said that maybe she will be a target throughout this game. At the moment, she started very nicely. The pass from her. And Gabby pretty good as well. Hack goes out the back. Someone who's had 19 aces coming into this weekend. I was reading yesterday. Top scores a 27-point game for Hack. But she's somebody who, no stranger nowadays to these big occasions. She will always be at the big game. She has proved herself, but there's an issue. Carroll gives it a fist and a pump to the stands. Good contact to the ball. It's very close to the top of the net band, and you never see that from MDG. Carroll leaves for the time being. Best blocker in the VNL. She's won that. World Championships as well. 37 awards overall for the 34-year-old in World Volleyball, and 2 Olympic medals to go with her. Ognjenovic is out of system, but she's out of rhythm. She's very good setting out of rhythm because Serbia hasn't been built on their passing. Over the years, they've relied on big out of system plays with Moskovic and co. But here comes the boom, echoes out around the arena. Gabby's here, ladies and gentlemen. And she's just arrived on the front court.
Apertura di Hawk che arriva da oltreoceano, fa pallonetto e cade. Maglia 1 contro 1, abbiamo detto che fa pallonetto. E sono 3 ragazzi, guardate la differenza. Per quello interrompo subito, perché se tirano nell'angolo forte, preciso, pazienza, ma se cadono quelle palle scontate no. Ok, rientriamo con questa mentalità qui.
I feel that Scandicci are playing quite well. They just happen to be up against one of the best sides of all time with an all-star lineup. But it looks like they're going to take this game on from the service line. King still got lots of fans here after a long time she spent at the Kif Bank, and the pass is off the net again, and this is where the outsides will struggle. Herbots has no cross court available there. She's caught underneath the ball for sure. That first pass is off, and Bajema tries to miss high inside, which is the right play, but with a pass that far off the net, she's only going into the block. She's got no cross court there. The pass needs to come in. They need to pass well this evening. Herbots again passes a little bit flat and straight, testing ball towards Antropova, and Antropova does get them out of a fiddle. Again, Ognjenovic moves that ball a long distance. Herbots quite wide in the feet there, passes very straight. Again, going after the front court receiver. How do you make breaks is the question. Uzinaro passing just a little bit off, but they can find the middle. It's great from Volos. Brilliant work from Scandicci. Antropova, no block there. Volos should have gone to the outside, but she got greedy and went on two. Chance for Scandicci. Gabby, she's stopped. Antropova is back at the net. Goes back to Gabby. Antropova, what a break that is for Scandicci. Bodies on the floor everywhere. Volos went for the second ball. And at that moment, Antropova wasn't at home. Potentially, Volos should have just flipped that to the outside. It gave a second chance to Scandicci. And Gabby, when she hasn't got a full approach, and that's what we're saying in the pre-match, is that going to be under pressure from Antropova because she is so high. Zhu Ting on the floor. Hack slaps one back into the angle. Another opportunity high. Antropova looking for the touch. She wants the touch, and they're going to challenge it. She's sure of it. Gaspari's pretty happy as well. This is exactly the start to this game that we wanted. Great challenge. It's so high, isn't it? Antropova started well. It's a high-quality start to a highly anticipated game. The question is for Scandicci to win a set, they've got to play so well. At the same time, they have to maintain that level to try and win three. But they are making digs. Bajema's there. Now Akalor gets one off the fingertips from Ognjenovic, and Hack goes back into the angle, and there's applause from Gaspari. 2-point game. They're certainly bringing it, Scandicci, but at the same time, Imoco are just so good. Three in the pass, Bajema in the middle. They've gone after Herbert's predominantly here, and they go after her again to the inside. It's a very difficult right seam to pass for Herbots. She's the front court receiver. She has to worry about passing and spiking. And she does get pulled into there, and she does have to hit. She's going to lose those angles again. Passes in there from Scandicci. And it's great serving from Kiri Keller. Help yourself. This is buffet. Help yourself in there. But again, off the net. Ognjenovic just dishes it high to Antropova. Castillo just waiting underneath the block. Played over from Ognjenovic. And this is huge. Isabel Hack. Imoco, Conegliano are turning the screw here. They've upped their level, the service pressure, and Bosch from Hack. The line is open. The favourites on paper are delivering. In reality here, Spari takes the time out.
Ok? Queste palle qui vanno in testa, dopodiché se si staccano, raga, gli esterni devono avere libertà di rischiare, però tutte in copertura.
Okay. 14-9, 4 block points already. Crazy. Good timeout from Gaspari. Really is. Rajamat. Roberts trying to fire up the cylinder to put some pressure on of her own here. Rajamat high off Zhu. Someone's got to gap. It's a perfect play for Zhu Ting. And look at the reaction from De Gennaro. She goes straight up to Zhu and says that was absolutely perfect. It's a big hammer from Benjamin. Just shifts the hips out of the way, gets the arm on the ball. And you could have not put that any more perfect. And that's why Hack goes straight up to Zhu Ting. And she's the hero of that point. And Imoco are absolutely on another level at the moment. Carroll back on. Scandicci have been aggressive. They're going for it. But that first pass has just gone astray a little bit. De Gennaro plays that in a little bit straight. Out of rhythm again, well out of system. Benjamin's got to hit their way out of the fiddle. And that's one of the key differences between these two teams at the moment. The out of system spiking from Gabi, Zhu Ting and Hack, more consistent. We've seen Herbots get stopped, and now Benjamin as well in out of system situations. The pass still isn't there. Castillo's set tight, could be another block. They're right up against it now. But Anna Carolina makes the save in the block. It's very good. Commits with the middle. Just asking for a little bit of calm, which is fair enough. Just blocked out position 6. Good work from the Brazilian. Gabi out of system. Can Zhu Ting hit her way out of rhythm? No mistake, but no block for Scandicci. Looking for a touch on the way through. The slide was quick, the set was wide enough. And Anna Carolina hits out the side. So far, 5 up for Imoco. Scandicci looking at potentially losing their first set of this Champions League campaign. And that's no surprise against Imoco. Zhu Ting! They are brutal everywhere, Imoco. One-on-one. Zhu Ting against Scandicci at 6s and 7s here. Fast to the outside, almost one-on-one. Ognjenovic just drifting outwards, taking the line. Everything open in the seam. Again, the first pass, Scandicci. They're serving well, Imoco, at the moment, but at the same time, Scandicci really need to fix that first pass to give him hope. And Hack. You can't spend half your game out of rhythm and out of system in a Champions League final against Imoco. Yes, they are serving well enough to earn those plays and those breaks. Hack so far, apart from getting blocked early on, has done absolutely nothing wrong. Good cover from Herberts. Again to Bayema. She decides to go over the top of the block, and in the end, it's comfortable again for Imoco. And those situations aren't really working for them. Potentially could have looked to have gone off the hands of Hack there, but goes to the continuation play and gets it back with interest. Well, change, interesting change. Maybe a bit of a break for change. Doesn't bring much with run-ins coming in. Five away. Castillo does a real good job moving in there and playing that ball. Made 4 of those double or second touch attacks yesterday, Ognjenovic, but not today. They've done their homework. De Gennaro is there on the 10, Hack again. Absolutely sensational. Imoco are cruising here. What a touch from Gabby. Full stretch on the pancake. Same from De Gennaro. She makes some serious plays, and they have the firepower to really complement the hustle. Big hammer from Herberts, but they have to be like that all the time. Pass in, aggressive. High ball, and that ball just turned away from the body. Pass from Gabby is good. It's a little bit quick, so everything's hurried up a little bit. And the issue is when Hack's gone bang, 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 and she goes with the tip, very difficult to get a read on that. Hack this time on the reverse, tips away. It's a shrewd swing because everything's looking central. Everyone will shift a little bit towards more that direction. And then she just palms one away from a huge height. Antropova stays aggressive. The chest dig from De Gennaro is good. Imoco comfortable at the moment, though. Antropova's had a great start to this game, but Hack is getting set a lot of ball, and that's just full trust from Volosh that she knows at the moment. Hack is so incredibly hot, and everything she gives her, she makes something with. That pipe attack high to 5 is just unplayable. It's high, it's deep, it's powerful, it's away from the defender. Imoco now have set point, the opening set of Champions League final for 2025, and Imoco have been underpinned by this determination, the battling defensively, making it hard for Scandicci. But that's a great swing from the substitute Lindsay Roddins. Best outside hitter in the Bundesliga in 2021, best scorer in the NCAA. Played at Schramm with the Netherlands head coach Felix Kozlowski. But there you have it, the first set goes the way of Imoco Conegliano comfortably with a side out to finish it off. Pass is great from Zhu Ting. We said that might be a tactic to go after her after yesterday. And with Gabi Guimarães on the outside, it's a great turn from the Brazilian, and it's comfortable. Scandicci are giving 110% out there, but Imoco have been too strong again. 25-16. The opening set goes the way of the 2024 champions, Imoco Conegliano. Scandicci have lost their first set in the Champions League this season. But name me a team that could beat that Imoco performance. Hack on the money. You feel that defensively they're certainly there. Di Gennaro with a couple of great digs, but she's been supported by everybody else with their defense. The defensive skills as these balls head towards the commentary box. Imoco fans have made the journey. You think that they might just be rewarded. Keep grinding is the message. And the good times will roll off the back of that hack. We've seen power, we've seen precision. That's a great turn. Facing into the angle, being able to turn the wrist away from the defense as well. Defenders will be looking to try and take the main angles of the hitter, the ones close to where they face. And if you can rip them away from where you're facing fast enough, you'll score. But you need a good pass, a good set, and a good arm swing to be able to turn those angles. That's the one mistake that we saw from Monica Di Gennaro, just getting caught on the pass, but it was a great serve, flat, and the pace of the ball just beating the pace of the platform from the libero. Different to what we saw yesterday in the Vakif Bank game, because Scandicci is certainly bringing it, but Santarelli, everything he touches at the moment turns to gold. Volosh saying in the press conference that they have the right man to keep them grounded after all of their success. Huck has been one of the differences so far. You think 9 points to Antropova's 7, 2 from 3 for Hackers, a great performance, 50% for Antropova. Probably would like just a little bit more, but she's certainly pulling her weight. She's having to hit a lot more ball out of system, as well as that pass hasn't quite been there. And even for players at 2 meters tall, it means that you'll lose some angle and some height. This is not the same performance as what we saw from the Vakif Bank yesterday, where they didn't have the energy or the fight for periods of time. Scandicci certainly have got that. They just haven't had the quality at times in that first pass to really bother Imoco. But let's see, set 2 underway in the CEV Champions League final, and a fumble from Joanna Volosh. That's a rarity right there. Those hands are butter. Looking to try and flip it, thumbs to target. Soft serve, Di Gennaro will absolutely look after those balls all day long. Herbert's back in. It looks like that's the one change at the moment. Bajima out for Ruddens, who looks to come in and cover. Noakalor is set. Didn't know who would start between Noakalor this weekend or Baziani. Juting getting served straight down the line, and they run to the middle. Good passing from Juting, and the pass is absolutely on the money in the big games. Big high work from VAR and pitching in Antropova. Juting doing the damage with the pass. They've tried to go after her, Scandicci, but she's answered every question. Noakalor's getting a lot of ball. And this is exactly what we were saying in the first set. The first pass wasn't there to run the middles, to open up the outsides. Now, the first pass is there from Herbots. She's finding her rhythm. It's a beautiful pass, just opening up with the hips and taking the ball early. And this is a much better start in this second set from Scandicci. Noakalo into the net, but she's already gone past her tally. I think from yesterday, she scored 4 points. Put her at least at 3. She's almost past there. Service from Hack again. More problems in the past because the service pressure's so high, but that's out the back. They'll look for a touch here. It's been given. And they're okay with it, Scandicci. Great swing. And again, those out-of-system situations is where this Imoco side really do pull away from other sides. They're so aggressive out there. They can stay so high and so deep. Currently off Fabrizio with a good pass. She'll get the ball back on the outside. It's great for Kiri Keller. Doesn't commit to the middle. The pass was just straight enough and off enough that maybe it was telegraphed going to the outside. Watch Kiri Keller here, the middle. Doesn't commit to the middle. Decides to go out to the outside, and that's a great decision in that play, because if Ognjenovic can find the middle from there, it's one thing getting a powerful attack away in the middle. It's another thing killing the ball. He's having to mind that or find something. And again, Zhu Ting winning all those 50-50 battles at the net. She has been absolutely outstanding so far. Runners again trying to get the hammer out and go high, but it's good work from Volosh and Kiri Keller. But this again, all of these small plays go Imoco's way. And as Lavrini said yesterday, Tubi, the head coach of Milano, they don't do anything special, but they do all the simple things so well. There's nothing too complicated about the way that this man is running his volleyball team, and he doesn't need to because he has height, athleticism and quality throughout. (6-4) Imoco already. Big slap from Antropova, straight down 6, but on the inside, it's a first ball side out. And again, the service pressure's so big from Antropova here. One of the best servers in the world, but it's just dealt with beautifully on the inside 10, matched with the cross-body swing that takes it away from the middle blocker. Poetry in motion, high-level ball from Imoco Conegliano. Herbert's overpass. And that's just where the consistency starts to drop. And we see that Scandicci just cannot hang. Timeout taken.
It's my fault because
Scandicci
look,
doing some very good things, but still 4 points behind.
She really loved this trajectory. With her this, and we know very well what we have to do. So don't fly so much because she loves it. Hey, oh look. Hey, my goal, fine.
Well, 3 points for Noakalo, or at 5. Imoco outscoring pretty much everywhere. Into system. Antropova dug, and everyone pulling their weight for Imoco, no matter what they do. Bodies on the floor, second phase is very good. Antropova doing a fine job. She won't get the point. And that's the things that the stats don't show. What she did do is set things up perfectly for a second phase. Attack to the outside through Ruddins, who's come off the bench and looked like she's ready to really take this game on. 2:30 beginning of May. Tip over the top for Ruddins, second year here at UC Santa Barbara. Sisters all played as well, and only featured in 5 games in the Champions League this season. Gab Gabby's back at it. Can you remember a mistake from Gabby? This whole weekend, really. Off the hands. And then Carol and Gabby, obviously incredibly good friends from their time in Brazil, playing for Brazil together. Carol saying that Gabby's the best teammate she's ever had. Probably one of the best players she's ever played against as well. Gabby again on the outside, picks out her good friend and absolutely batters her. There's no friends in a Champions League final. Serve on run is a very good platform, held for a long time, taken early. Great late turn away from the body as well. Fast feet, the wrist just snaps away from the body line here. Far takes a step towards Noakalor, which is good. She's been set a few times, and then the pipe comes through and hits away from 5. Interesting to see when that middle's just shifting a little bit more towards 3.5, that the pipe comes through and hits 5, and when it's more towards 2.5, 1 is open. Just another side out taken from Ting, I think this time. Pipe to 1, they run the pipe. Slightly different to what we've just seen, but what we were just explaining. Middle comes in very quickly, pipe goes over the top and hits 1, and you lose the block. Shooting again. Castillo's been very quiet, but what a dig that is. Get in Antropova, they need this one. Antropova gets after hacked. Ruddins is coming and giving a little bit of energy and a little bit of consistency here. Antropova is fighting. And just when you think that Imoco are going to run away with this one, Castillo with the dig. And the hammer on the right side. Block's just taking those main angles again, and Antropova's high enough. The arm opens up enough to be able to turn the ball back cross body. Far. Looking for the short one on Herbods, who's found her pass. Got better in this set. Tip from Antropova this time. Can they score from a free ball? It's gone high. It gives them time to set up, but the pass is good from Castillo. They go to the middle. Noakalor hasn't really missed when she's been given the ball in this second set. Just dragging the ball away from where she's facing. Dora Keller making that sort of dive into the power line. Zanara has such a great touch, but maybe just a little bit tight here. They'll look for the touch here, Imoco. Maybe this is the worst passage of play that they've had in this Champions League final. Slightly off there. Michael, we haven't seen Graziani yet, but again, everything that Gaspari has chosen to do this weekend has certainly paid off. Ruddins passes off the net this time. She's going to have to hit her way out of the system. Going to have to get after it. She does get after it. Volosh goes quick to Hack, who then turns it as well. High off the hands from Herberts. She's back. Not that she ever went anywhere really. Just a couple of league passes in that first set. Antropova. It's okay. We saw this earlier with the Kifbank trying to serve tough and put the opposition under pressure. I mean, Antropova's somebody who you really want to just let go with the serve. Best serve in the CEV Cup. 2023. She's won both the CEV Cup and the Challenge Cup at Scandicci. This would be for the hat-trick, and hold up, 4 touches called. And they're right there now, Scandicci, hang on. Santarelli's getting stuck in. We'll need another look at this one. Roche has chosen to leave it. Incredibly calm, Santarelli. They won the World Club Championships without dropping a set. Green there, he's done it, he's got the T-shirt, and again Antropova's picked out on that short tip for Gabby, and everything she does is just calculated. She's got the hammer in the locker, that's for sure, but in that situation, ball's coming a little bit from behind her. That line is always going to be the favoured area to go, but with Antropova on the backcourt, very difficult for her to get down and play defense. Gabby knows what she's doing. Roberts to the outside, the pass isn't there again, but the fast arm is better. It's a great set from Ognjenovic. Just setting over the shoulder. It's a beautiful set, it really is. Her out of system setting is absolutely tremendous. Will she keep playing internationally? We'll have to wait and see. She's all right. Passing very square towards position 3. Not ideal, but again, Gabby hammers into the angle. She's unstoppable at the moment. Great decision making. Volleyball does a great job of just putting that ball high inside so Gabby can go and get her feet to it, and then she can still just crank one into the angle. 2 in a row for Gabby. Imoco up by 3 again, even though Scandicci are playing much better. Antropova, bullet. Passes in, short at 6. It does take the pipe out from Ruddins. It doesn't take the 10 out. Bar's going to commit a little bit more, you'd think, with the middle, but then it's flipped from Ognjenovic, and the seam is open. Just. Somebody else who served tactically very well. The long angle serve to position 1 put Marina Markova under a lot of pressure in the semi-final yesterday. No, perfect into position 3. That's flipped back, it's perfect, because on the replay what you'll see is Nwakalor stepping to the right-hand side, with that ball, and then Bosch is flipped back to the right, and Zhu Ting's got that wrist away. Nwakalor has to dive back in and take 5, but it's too good from Volleyball and Imoco. Oh, fast. Antropova's getting stuck in here. They're certainly bringing it now, Scandicci. The question is, can they close this 2-point gap? Will they make a couple of breaks off of Imoco? Antropova is a joy to watch out there, as is Hack, looking for the line. Her box is not holding back, and rightfully so. Won the CEV Cup with Zizio her box. Played with all the way from around. That's it. Not quite there from Ruddins, but she is giving more of an out-of-system swing that they can deal with. Oh! Volleyball. That would have been wild. It's out the back this time. Ruddins makes a point, and Kotikova is next to come in for Nwakalor here. Somebody's won the CEV Cup. Vaname Kazan, but junior level she was MVP at number 19, European champs. She was MVP. Played against the Chinese champion. Involved in the World Under 21 as well. First season in Italy. Played for Lacanate. And not ideal. Not the end of the world either. But not ideal for a serving sub to come in. Assistant coaches aren't too worried about about it, but she will be a little bit frustrated there. Noakalor goes back in, but is replaced by Castillo straight away. Oh, what a serve. There's just too much strength in the Imoco side. Scandicci are hanging with them the best they can, but they just keep prodding away. Hack with the serve this time, and if it's not Hack, it's Ju Ting. If it's not Ju Ting, it's Gabby, Kiri Keller, Far. There's just too much quality all over the court for Volos to just run the ball around with.
Prendete una decisione prima, non aspettate di leggere. Però ragazze, con la battuta bisogna aver fiducia che ci riviene. Non andiamo dai 9 metri con tratte per gli errori. Andate e tirate. Andiamo
Gabby Herbots, it's the difference right there. 6-3. We don't see the passing stats either, where Gabby has really put a foot wrong. But the big players on the big evenings, Hack again, gets after Ruddins. And Imoco are running away here. Hack has been sensational. We have a challenge. Maybe just slowing the game down here. Santarelli is looking at Gaspari saying, excuse me, what are you doing here? Could be another timeout. Bit of gamesmanship. Yeah, way behind the service line, but they're doing anything they can just to slow down Hack, because she is just a bulldozer from the baseline. At the moment, she is knocking down everything. Ruddins, Herbots, Castillo, who's not really received much of the ball. Ruddins, that's big and aggressive, and she has been a big difference, purely just in her physicality. Seals one past Volos. Disappointed she didn't get her hands in front of that one, I think. Somebody who could make a difference behind the service line is Antropova. And it's a good serve, but Gabby again gets enough on it to just bring some stability. Ju Ting can't put this out of system ball away. And then they do get a chance. Ruddins looking for the line, and she gets it. Santarelli says in. That's maybe the first time that we've seen that ball on the line in this game, but also that we've seen Ju Ting miss a ball out of the system and not score. Also didn't error. Pressure still on Scandicci here, who need to perform some sort of miracle at some stage, but to say that they haven't played that badly. Imoco are just that good. Can't make two in a row. And that might be the last chance in this second set for Imoco, because for Scandicci, sorry, because Antipova's serve is somebody who can certainly make breaks. Runs again, passing slightly off the net, so she has to get the ball back. The middle knows that, so steps across, and another high swing. She's been brilliant. Up against two blockers, one blocker, still making it look very easy. Imoco, this their sixth final, are looking dominant though overall. Looking to become the fourth club to win the Champions League in back-to-back season. Khan, Bergamo and the Kifbank have done the same. The Kifbank have done it twice. Two away from going 2-0 here. And they've only dropped 2 sets in their 9 matches in the Champions League this season. That's absolutely insane. Scandicci have only lost 1 set this season, and that was the first of this Champions League final. Gabby, you just can't beat her. She scores, she defends, she does everything. She's there again, Gabby. She can't put that ball away, it's a free ball. Gabby back into block, goes to Anna Carroll, who just hammers one off of her old friend and off the hands. But Gabby defensively sublime, but it's her Brazilian teammate that has the last laugh. Santarelli knows it's close. Still a 3-point game here, though. You go after if you're Anna Carroll. Gennaro Zhu. Zhu is the target, and that's who we thought they would go after a lot this evening. Hack! And this is why Imoco are so special. When the pass isn't there, they can just flip it out of system. Look at that for a set from Gabby. It's unbelievable. Well out of system, the Brazilian just rolls one on. Set point, Imoco. And Trapova looking for a touch fast, says no. And I think by no, she really meant yes. Gabby, perfect pass again. Fast ball this time to Hack. She goes with the tip, runs through the middle. It's a block that seals the second set for Imoco Conegliano. It's Gabby in the thick of it once more. Imoco are running away with this. They've already won the Club World Championship, the Italian League, the Super Cup and the Italian Cup. They're looking to add the Champions League to that, and they are just one set away from winning the absolute lock here. Gabby in the middle of it all. That set to Zhu Ting was a thing of beauty. Ruddins has certainly upped the game for Scandicci on the pin since coming off the bench. But all in all, Imoco are just too strong and lead by 2-0 here in the Urca Sports Arena. It's a long way back for Scandicci now. Well, there are the stats: 7 blocks to 3, 3 aces to 1, 38 points to 28. Honestly, you have to feel for Scandicci because they are bringing a lot of heat to a lot of things they can do, but Imoco Conegliano in system, unstoppable, out of system, unstoppable, serving tough as well. That run from Hack was absolutely incredible from her. Nothing that Anna some incredible highlights of the CEV Champions League 2025 final. Imoco just too good so far. Some of those plays you think about at the back end of that set, the out-of-system set from Gabby, that was pinpoint with the height that they have with Hack. They can just get themselves out of situations that other teams can't. Scandicci, for all of their good and hard work, haven't got much to show for their efforts so far, losing to 16 and 21. Sounds like a little bit of a thumping so far, but there has been in some ways, but it's not been in others. Scandicci are certainly bringing everything they've got for the Imoco, who have won their last 21 Champions League matches, are looking for a very important 22nd win. Scandicci will know that it's now or it's not this year. They'll be hoping that Imoco gets second set syndrome where they're 2-0 up and start to lose concentration, but you feel with the likes of Hack playing like this, 14 points at 65%, there's just no chance. 2 aces as well. She's finding that ball with the jump serve so well, aggressive but smooth with the arm. Serving that long angle 5-5 was a tough school for the Scandicci passes. Antropova certainly has not had a bad game, and she is still incredibly young out there. Antropova, just 22 years of age, and already achieving so much. Block reach of 305 centimeters. Again, that's going to be important early on here against Zhu Ting. So far with a very fast float serve. It's a good one. But to the middle, Carol is picked up. Zhu Ting. And that is part of the DNA of Imoco. There's just nothing wrong. Kolosh sliding underneath the ball beautifully. Zhu Ting, fast feet, fast arm. They can score from anywhere, in any situation. And that makes them a real pain. But this one eventually, we've seen a couple of tosses not quite been there in there. Well, Antropova could easily serve this team into a 3 or 4 point lead. This is one weapon they really have. It's a great serve, and that's exactly what she's trying to do. It's a bullet from Antropova. You're talking about somebody at 2 meters tall with a spike reach of 3.35 who can just serve almost downwards. And even Gabby, one of the very best passers in the world, struggling with that one. And Gabby struggling with it again, passing. Can Zhu Ting hit her way out of system? She's looking for hands. And Imoco, it's so tough for Scandicci. It's so good for Imoco. What a set that is. It's on the money. And Bosch gives it the old pump, because she knows that's an unbelievable set from her to find Zhu Ting, and Zhu Ting puts it away. This team are unbelievable. That toss is just a little bit too far in front of Isabel Hack. So she just chases after it, and her arm can't quite come through and get over the top of it. Runnings still in at the moment for Benjamin. Sparry not happy with that serve though, but there is maybe an error from Kiri Keller. Okay, Scandicci. They take a 2 point lead. Gaspari's still not happy with the serve. Very central onto Gabby, it was perfect. They could run the middle, and Keller's just over-rotated on that one. Looking for the deep 1 to 5 on Zhu Ting to try and take her out of the offense. Maybe Rudin's not quite as comfortable serving to that area. Zhu Ting serving that real flat serve with not much venom on it, but still very difficult to play against. Herberts puts one away. Nice swing from the captain. Is this the set where we see Scandicci start to stake a real claim? There's not enough height on that from Hack. She was balanced and everything's looking inside the court. So if she does get a touch, it's going that way. Again, having to get stuck in. She goes on the slide. They may have missed the previous one, but this time she makes no mistake. Golos happy to give former Novara middle the ball back. Big part of the Italian national team for a long time, but there at the moment, Danesi, Far, and Libyan, the three that went to the Olympic Games. We'll see what happens in VNL. Oakalor won't be far away either. She's incredibly high. You'll be able to see this here. The pass is getting back in from Scandicci. Fine, fast. Zhu Ting was impressed. Very impressed. Nice shot from our director. Secrets. Santarelli, who's he setting up to try and make a play on here? Renan's getting a lot of the ball, but she's just fighting the ball in. Herbert's looking to score. Zhu Ting is there again, but Gabby didn't fancy going towards Steve Tutton there from the FIVB and playing that ball. Play, managing the risk and just giving a free ball this time. Gabby to the middle. Noakalor looking to score again. Hack stays on the floor this time as well. Ognjenovic gets her feet round the ball beautifully. Rudin still can't score. Now they have to buy their opportunity. They have to be patient for it, and it's Hack that does put the ball away. 2 times in that rally they gave 3 balls. Scandicci, and Scandicci couldn't score. They build through the rally, and when they do get a chance, they do take it through Hack. Oakalor getting set again. Ognjenovic is finding some real joy through the middle, but when they do get dug, and they are in rhythm, it comes back with a vengeance. Zhu Ting is at it again. Absolute is having very quick, has to go to the outside. Fujinara is not really happy with that, just gets underneath it. Zhu Ting can score from anywhere. Santarelli loving it. This is exactly why he's brought Zhu Ting into this team. Between Zhu Ting and Gabby, they can score from anywhere. We've also seen her get a little bit of turn on that sort of ball from that set from behind from position 6, which is very difficult. Gabby does make errors. She is human. Might be difficult to believe that with her performance over the past couple of days. They're back to 8 all of the same. Gabby passes to 3. It's a good set, potentially just a little bit too quick, but as we saw earlier, that ball coming into 3 is very important on that play because it means that the block has to step. If it's on a good enough height, the setter can really flip it back or use the middle. If that ball goes too straight, it's really difficult to use the middle. And then got down to position 4. Great set from Volleyball. Stays so stable with the upper body, the hands go to work and just gives the perfect set to Hag. She really has delivered the goods to the Swedish opposite here this evening with a great tempo. And again, when that pass just isn't quite there, they have the weapons on the wings to make sure that no team gets past them. Through the middle, Herbots. Bogdanovic back to Antropova. And it's shooting again. Who's turning into a shining star in this performance from Imoco. Scoring, passing well, and making blocks. Again, Antropova can't turn that ball from there. Shooting is waiting for it. Takes out Zara Farr. Santarelli's not too happy. Scandicci are still firing. This is a much better performance from them. Finally, there's an error from Zhu Ting. Brilliant from Antropova. Zhu Ting under pressure again from Antropova's serve. Tip over the top, Castillo is there. It's a good read from it. Antropova turns the ball enough off of the hands to get the rub of the green this time. Just changed direction of the ball. Didn't see that the last time. Smart play. 2-point games opened up again. Antropova serving so flat and so fast. That's why she is one of the best in the world. Finally, Gabby gets the perfect pass on the ball, but we know that Antropova is somebody that can serve Scandicci to glory in this set, and that certainly is happening. She's getting a lot of the ball offensively. She's hitting hands a lot at this moment. Pack. Oh, a little bit spatchy. Put into the back corner beautifully. It's a huge point for Imoco, that, because it takes Antropova off of the service line, and it's a side out that Imoco desperately needed. Let's see if it was actually spatchy, a little bit. Hasn't quite found her serving. This third set. But she's certainly done enough in this game to pull her weight. But Zhu Ting has been brilliant. When she's in system, she's got that ball away from the body. So nice. This time off the top of the hands. And Castillo's in a great position, just taking an angle off the side of the block. But deflection, she can't quite get out early enough with the arm to block it off. Antropova's shut down again. Imoco Conegliano are back all square. Passing slightly off and slightly straight, but Bogdanovic still managing to find the middle on the slide. And Carolina, it's a very good set from Bogdanovic to get that ball across the right shoulder. Very difficult set. She's been absolutely superb. Slap. from Isabel Hack. She doesn't go away, does she? And what do you do here? Xu Ting is on fire. You have Gabby on the wing, and then you have Hack on the pipe. We're not even talking about Kiri Keller on the slide. The amount of options for Volosh is just unbelievable. And as a middle blocker, it must be a very difficult job here to be able to look at Sarah Farr here, number 19. She's going to come in quick, and Gabby on the outside, Xu Ting on the pipe. It goes to the outside. Nawaka was trying to get across. But again, the longer that the set is, the faster it goes, the more pressure's on the middle blocker to get across. Still interesting enough here. 15-all, Scandicci are right in this ball game. They've started this set superbly. Good serving from Andropova, but you feel like offensively they've just gone quiet as of late. Janovic saw it, but just hits the floor before she can squeeze her hand underneath it. Imoco take the lead. They've had to battle for this, and as Santarelli was saying before the game, at times we're going to have to play better than we did yesterday. Scandicci rewarded for their aggression and going after Imoco. That pass is good from running. She's had a good game. Andropova off the block, dug from Di Gennaro. It's a perfect bit of defense. And that ball slowed down off the block. It allows her to get the platform on the ball and just floated into 2.5. Chest bumps all around. Gabby's in the game. Xu Ting's in the game. The All-Stars are back in front. Andropova's just drifting in the block, and when she's drifting, she can't penetrate. Gabby will just hit over the shoulder all day long and just hit off the hands.
Piuttosto, se abbiamo preso una scelta di raddoppiare sulla 7 che abbiamo detto che non gioca mai, va bene, hai fatto una scelta, lascia stare e proviamo con la difesa. Primo, secondo, va benissimo, facciamo il side out adesso, non dimenticate, tu che ti chiudono costantemente la parallela. E alto i colpi forte, vai!
Completely right time for a timeout here. Last chance for Scandicci. Hadn't lost a set in the Champions League until this evening. Looking to win this competition for the very first time. Although 2-0 down, 2 points down, 6-5 far in Nawaka. Both had pretty good games in my opinion, but Farr gets across. And this is really problematic. Imoco figuring this out. Serve on, Herberts gets the ball back again. If you start passing to 2.5, the middle blocker should step towards 2.5, open up the gap in the seam. But Herberts again with a perfect play. This time at Gabby's pinching in and helping. It means she has to drift. Di Gennaro, you be careful down there. One of the very best to ever do it. Di Gennaro. Almost. Give her another half a metre towards the court and she would have got that. To the middle, Nawaka. Xu Ting is there again. Imoco just haven't looked like losing all evening, have they? Yes, they were 2 or 3 behind, but Xu Ting is scoring. Gabby is now getting into the game. We haven't spoken about her as much as we possibly could, I don't think. But Hack has been superb. It really is a tough nut to crack, this Imoco side. And Scandicci have had a good crack at it this evening, but it looks like they're going to come up short. Gabby quick, again with Xu Ting on the outside scoring so freely. You still can't commit to chuck 2 up on her. You have to be aware of the middle, the pipe, and then you've got Hack as well. It's impossible to play against when it's functioning like it is now. There's just too much firepower in every position, and that pass has just gone from Scandicci. Same in that first set where Herbert's just lost the pass for a short period of time. She's had a good game. I think Scandicci have had a good game for large parts of it. I don't think it's been too bad at all. I just think that Imoco are on a completely different level than anybody else on this planet right now. Shooting 13.73% efficiency. I thought she had more than that. The difference is, though, is that when you've got 3, 4, 5 point scorers, it's perfect. You can distribute the ball equally amongst them and they can all get involved in the action, and then the opposition blockers have no idea what's coming their way. Hack was running hot earlier on, got a lot of the ball as we've gone on. Zhu Ting has got more of the ball as she's running hot as well, but somebody's not playing that well. You've still got a couple of Olympic gold medalists you can feed the ball to, or you've got Isabel Hack, or you've got Gabby shooting. There you go. But whatever happens, that percentage now that's gone down from Zhu Ting, it's some effort from her this evening. Volosh just over, pushing a little bit more with the left hand. A double. Tishinaro just creates angles, and it's absolutely sensational. Her whole back's turned, and she can just play the ball from deep left. It's not easy to track that deep one and put it in like that. And Hack. Good night, see you later. If it's not Zhu Ting, it's Isabel Hack. Well, change here as far goes off, and Seki comes in just to serve and play position 5, the second setter, and that might be all she does. Very polite serve coming off the bench there from Seki. Rollins won't have too many easier ones than that this evening. Okay, this is the moment. Antropova back to serve. You think now is the time for Scandicci. She's a phenomenal server. She's one of the best server in the Challenge Cup. It's another big serve, but Gabby is equal to it. And you would think that is the big moment of this third set. Antropova absolutely obliterates that ball, but Gabby just relaxes the shoulders, extends the arms, absorbs it. And look at that. De Gennaro gives Gabby the U. That was all you, she says. And it is just the perfect team. Castillo hasn't had much to do, and she's fumbled it, and Scandicci from an early lead are going to fall short here. But they can be incredibly proud of themselves this season in the Champions League. They might turn it round. But Antropova not on the service line because of that side out. And there is Hack, who's been somewhat quiet in this set compared to others. Serving Imoco on to match point. It's Hack to serve for the Champions League. The crowd on their feet here. Rollins picks out De Gennaro. They're going to have multiple opportunities. Hack! But Castillo is there. To the right side, Antropova! And it's Imoco Conegliano that go back to back in the CEV Champions League. in emphatic fashion. They are the almost invincibles, just losing one match the entire season, but they have won the absolute lot. Club World Champions, Italian League champions, Super League winners, Cup winners, and now they are the champions of Europe for a third time. A special group of players, a special team performed this evening, and they thoroughly deserve to be the champions of Europe. For Kiri Keller, it's her second goal. She's in tears. Volosh has been sensational. A third gold for her, but what a team. Monica Di Gennaro, you could talk about them all, but the winner of the Champions League here in Istanbul for 2025 is Imoco Conegliano, and they have won the absolute lot this season. We will not see many better teams than this. They can celebrate a perfect season. And for Santarelli, it's another step towards coaching greatness. He's been such an important part of the Imoco team. It's disappointment for Scandicci. The tears are flowing over there for different reasons, but they can be so proud. No team has ever made it this far, and hopefully they can look back and celebrate what they've done for their club. But tonight and this weekend, all about Imoco. Volosh, the Polish setter, with some brilliant moments this evening. When there's a winner, there must be a loser. And for Maja Ognjenovic, we hope that she makes it here again to this moment. We hope she continues. The rumours are that she's somewhat undecided in some aspects, but I'm sure we'll see her in club volleyball. Di Gennaro and Kiri Keller, who have played together for so long internationally, embrace two real greats. Kiri Keller, a second goal after winning in 2018-19 with Navarra. For Di Gennaro, she has just been the heartbeat of this team for so long. 8-time Serie A titles, 3 Club World Championships, and now 3 Champions League titles for the Libero. 500 and something appearances. That was the moment that Imoco again just wrote another little bit of history. They will, no matter what, go down as one of the best teams to ever do it. Last year, they won the Champions League 3-2 to Milan. And do you know what? They went and got better. They brought in the likes of Zhu Ting and Gabby, and they have just got better and better. A huge evening. Disappointment for Anna Carolina in her first Champions League final, but at the age of 34, she's played most of her volleyball in South America, so it must be such an honor to get over to Europe and be on this journey with Scandicci, because it has been a journey for them, their first ever Final Four. They got to this stage. Let's listen
How do you feel
to
after
Isabel
this game?
Heck.
Amazing, really. So many emotions. It's just been a perfect season with a freaking amazing team, and like staff, players, court leaders, everyone amazing. So we really fought into the end. Like, we never stopped being aggressive. We came into this game really determined, and it was really amazing support from the fans and my sister also being here. I'm super happy, and yeah, there's so many emotions.
Back-to-back wins in the Champions League without dropping a game. It's basically historic. How does this team feel? It's pretty unbeatable, right?
I mean, yeah, of course we feel amazing. I mean, no game has been easy ever. We fight for every point. And yeah, we will have a few players still in the team for next season, so we'll just keep working on.
Well, Isabel Hack, 21 points this evening, 16 from 25, 64%. Imoco's statistics are absolutely mind-blowing this evening, but the big news is Conegliano are the top of Europe again, 3-0 this evening, 25-16, 25-21, and 25-19. Scandicci was spirited. They played really well in moments in this game, but overall, Imoco were just too strong. A bit more, but 12 from 17 in attack, 71% outstanding, and Hack also not far off it, 16 from 25. Attacks, 11 from 28 for Antropova, 39% overall. In the reception, not bad at all. Rudin still the best passer, 22 receptions at 50%. Came off and really gave Gaspari a little bit of life offensively and also in the pass, but you look at how good Imoco really were all over the court. You just don't see performances like that. A team without weakness. I've been around these games in this sport for a long time. I've very rarely seen a team as complete as this Imoco side. Zhu Ting, another Champions League win this evening. And that's the mastermind behind it. But he has to keep demanding things from his team, even when they keep winning everything. But it's a special day. He'll be back to Turkey very soon, preparing for the VNL as he looks towards a little bit of a next generation, he says, in Turkish talent for the VNL. But for tonight, Daniele Santarelli, I'll tell you what, you just kick back, relax, grab yourself a beer. Okay, we're going to leave you with some highlights, and we'll be back Well, welcome back for the CEV Final Four awarding ceremony here from the Imoco Sports Arena. It's been an incredible Final Four as we have a look at the VIP awarding ceremony team, including CEV President Rocco Scandicci, who we just saw. First time for him here at the Champions League as president. What a performance we really saw. It was something very special. This Imoco team with world beaters all over the courts. In every area. The real deal. We will have our dream team as well selected by the CEV. We will find out the best opposite, the best setter, the best libero, middle blockers, outside hitters, and the best coach this season. Chance for these players again to put themselves in the history books. This is Imoco's year. They came out firing. They completely deserve to be the champions of Europe, just like they're the champions of the world, champions of Italy. And the fans making a lot of noise. The atmosphere still very rowdy in the Urkel Arena. 13 years old, this venue. First big events they hosted was the WWE, and it was Imoco that laid the smackdown on the rest of Europe this season.
After a weekend full of exciting matches, we can now continue to the official awarding and closing ceremony of the CEV Champions League Volley 2025 Final Four here in Istanbul.
Well, it's time to meet our MVPs and what I call the dream team from the 2025 CEV Champions League. Well, a mixture. Here is brought to you by the CEV.
President of the Italian Volleyball Federation. The best opposite spiker award goes to
Giuseppe Manfredi, president of the Italian Volleyball Federation, will present the best opposite award to Paola Agonu again. Third place this year for Agonu. And she will leave with the best opposite award once more. Superb work for her. Not quite 10 on yesterday, but today she was certainly there. Big smiles for the Milano opposite. It wasn't to be six finals in a row. It wasn't to be with four different sides, 4 wins, but it's award number 48 for her.
The best setter award goes to Alessia Oro.
The best setter goes to Alessia Oro. It's all Milan. At the moment, she missed a couple of games with an injury, but 2 Italian Olympic gold medalists are rewarded and part of the dream team this year. And Annika Solberg, the CEV Vice President, awards the All-Star team best setter to Alessia Oro, Olympic gold medalist.
General Directors, Lega Volley Femminile. The best libero award goes to Monica Di Gennaro.
Monica Di Gennaro, of course, the best libero this year in the Champions League. Deservedly so. A special talent. Won all 8 league titles with Conegliano. Best libero 23, 24, 20 and 21. All 3 times they've won it. She's won the best libero award.
The first best middle blocker award goes to Marina Lubia.
Well, Marianne Lubien didn't play today, come off the bench yesterday, but she wins the best medal. The best middle. She's 14 points against Rezov away, 11 in the home tie before the quarterfinals. She is one of the best in the world, that's for sure. And already 3 of Italy's Olympic gold medal winners are up as the dream team, the all-star team this year. And for the youngster, it's a huge moment. Another Milano player makes the all-star team. Kurtic has had a lovely tournament. Difficult weekend for her, but the best blocker coming into this weekend deserves her best blocker award. Gabby is the best outside. She's getting a round of applause from just about everybody. The stats are high. She can walk incredibly proudly again. with what she's done with Imoco, her first year with Imoco. Best outside. So many tournaments, 2 turns to 3 Champions League wins, best outside hitter, 21, 22, 23, 24, and now 25. She wins it every year. Shooting is the second best outside hitter. Marek Rojko, the CEV Vice President, will award that. Leonel Saglario from Portugal awarded the one previously, but for Zhu Ting, best outside hitter, 3-time Champions League winner now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Julia Tennison. The best coach of the season is Giovanni Guidetti.
Well, he has a new team, a younger team. Giovanni Guidetti gets a hero's reception here, and rightfully so. It wasn't going to be number 10, but Vakif Bank finished 4th. Guidetti, all-star team coach. Smiles on the face of Giovanni, a proud moment for him. Vakif Bank will be back on the podium, we're sure of it. So the 4th place is a good result, he said it yesterday. And he's chatting along with Gabby and Zhu Ting, who have played for him in the past at Vakif Bank. That is an all-star team. Let's be certain about that. So then we are waiting for the MVP. And I can see the MVP just making her way into the arena, but we'll keep it a little secret from you guys. You can see in the left of your screen. And Paola Agoni just giving her hugs for the MVP on the way in, just showing the respect there between the two. They will never play together, let's put it that way. That's maybe one of the beautiful things about the sport. And it's Isabel Hack that is the MVP. The MVP of the Champions League last season, the Club World Championships this season, the Italian Cup. You name it, she's done it. She's now with Imoco and the best team, potentially of all time. Rocco Sikoric, the CEV president, presents the trophy to Isabel Hack. Special moment. Over 150 press here. And Imoco can celebrate. Hack, the MVP, doing Sweden incredibly proud once again. Guidetti's a hero here, honestly. See him in the background and everybody's going mad.
Give it up for our athletes. Here are the teams of Numia Vero Volley Milano, Carraro Imoco Coripiano, Sabino Tembe.
Well, Milano make their way into the arena. It's not the second place finish from last year. They have to settle for 3rd, but they came unstuck against Imoco again for the 16th time in a row yesterday, but they bounced back very nicely against Vakif Bank today. Daudarop, Agonu, all on fine performance for Lavrini. It's the first time he's won a bronze medal in the CEV Champions League. Having had a few 3rd place finishes, it's the first time we've had a 3rd place since 2018. And then, hang on a moment. Shouldn't the 2nd place team come first? Scandicci are hiding outside. Volosh is going for it anyway. They're going in order from right to left on the podium. And Imoco Santarelli literally getting dragged out from his team. Imoco Conegliano. For Scandicci, it wasn't to be today. Potentially just not their time to win the CEV Champions League. But it was their time. It was their time to make it to the Final Four for the first time. It was their time to make the finals for the first time. And it was their time to take a silver. And when they look back on that journey, they can look back with immense pride.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the bronze medalist to the podium, Numia Volley Milano.
Milano in their second Final Four
CEV Vice President and Treasurer.
take
Turkish Volleyball Federation
the bronze medal. Guys, you at CEV Vice President and Simge Gündüz, Turkish Volleyball Federation BOA member, will be presenting the medals to Milano. Alessia Oro. Brilliant over the last 2 days. Fukudome will leave, I think, at the end of the season, but with 2 brilliant performances. Jelen, brilliant throughout this competition, but didn't play this last 2 games. Laura Herman from Belgium, brilliant. Elena Pietrini, the Italian outside, who hasn't played so much this season. She'll be looking to get back into it next season, as the bronze medalists are Vera Volley, Milano, Danesi, brilliant. And going back to Greece next year is Lamprini Constantinou. She has played her part in this campaign. Elena Četić, best middle blocker of this season. Shmerkoni joining from January and doing a great job. Silla off the bench this week, but she is a big player for this team, as is Paola Ogonu, the best opposite this season, going alongside being the best opposite and MVP in the VNL, the MVP of the Olympic Games. Lavarini takes a very deserved bronze medal home with him. Gets a hug from Dalderop, who's been incredible, the former Bank. Outside has another Champions League medal. Milano take 3rd position.
Ladies and gentlemen, bronze medalist team, give it up for Numia Volley Milano. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium the silver medalist of the Women's CEV Champions League Volley 2025, the team of Sabino Terbere Scandicci.
Scandicci on the podium for the first time in Champions League history. And of course, well, they should be smiling.
Turkish Volleyball Federation board members.
Eric Tangay, CEV second vice president. Zeynep Aydınlar Ergut, the Turkish Volleyball Federation, will present silver medals. Firstly, to Brent Herbot's first Champions League final for her today, having played in the CEV Cup and having won that. Another step up for her and a brilliant performance. silver medal winners. Savino Del Bene, Scandicci. Tripova with her medal. So we didn't see so much of Emma Glaziani, but we did see her play in the group stages in the quarterfinals. Mancini, Cara Bayema there, number 12, receiving her medal. Linda Noakolo playing in this competition and being put in the big games in front of Graziani was superb. Maja Ognjenovic, still no gold for her, but an incredible performance from her, and we hope that we see her back in the Final Four again. She really is a class act on and off of the court. Finally, Brenda Castillo will be the last one to receive the medal. Oh, anyway, Marco Gaspari will be the man to receive his silver medal. 2 in a row. It's something to be very proud of, but they've lost both times to the champions, Imoco.
Let's give a big applause. Silver medalist, Savino Del Bene Scandicci.
Savino Del Bene Scandicci take the silver away from Istanbul.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the peak of the awarding ceremony. Please give them a big applause to the winners of the CEV Champions League Volley 2025. Please step on the podium.
And the winners of the CEV Champions League 2025, Imoco Conegliano, have done it for a third time. And they have won the absolute lot.
Turkish Volleyball Federation board members.
Ivan Nezovic, Bahar Mert. Nezovic, the CV first vice president. Bahar Mert, Turkish Volleyball Federation member. Another one for Volosh. Led this team incredibly well. Dijanara, we've spoken about before, a third title for her and for Volosh as well. And they can celebrate already. Gabi Gamares, best outside. Moments they'll remember forever. This is a wonderful team. Saraswat have another gold medal. That Olympic one probably tasted nice, so you probably have to try and do it twice by winning the Champions League. It's Adewi and number 6 Imami Seki will be at Azitsu next season. Can really savor this moment. Gabi Gamares, Isabel Hack, the gold medalists. Imoco Conegliano, this team will be remembered for a very, very long time. They're special. Shooting, and finally Daniele Santarelli gets his hands on another gold medal before returning to Turkey as means a lot for Santarelli, but it's huge for Imoco Conegliano and the legacy that Santarelli and this team are leaving behind them. Will we see the same squad next year? We hope so. It's hard to find a better squad than this. The Club World Champions, the Italian League champions, the Cup and the Super Cup as well. They won the Club World Championships without winning a set. They've not lost many in the Champions League. And now, presented by CEV President Rocco Sikoric, Imoco are the champions of Europe and the CEV Champions League winners for 2025. They have won everything, and this team will be timeless. They will go down in history as one of the very best teams to ever do it. It's Imoco Conegliano that take the Champions League title. Now the celebrations can begin with the rest of the team, family members. It takes a village to be successful. And Imoco looks like a pretty big village out there. A big family. A lovely evening. One that they will all remember forever. Fantastic shots of our top three of the CEV Champions League here from Istanbul. And now they have the trophy. Go on, Gabby. Certainly deserves it. Kak gets her hands on another one, as does Lanier. 2 in a row for Kalia Lanier at Imoco. Wildly impressive scenes here in Istanbul. Well, superb from Imoco Conegliano. They win this title for the 3rd time. And boy, oh boy, didn't they just deserve it? The champions of Europe, Imoco Conegliano. And we will leave you with some shots of the celebrations. But for myself, Louis Lett, and the rest of the team, it's been an absolute privilege to be here with you. We will see you in a couple of weeks.